Welcome to another episode of Bass Crusher All Day. Are you tired of getting those blow-ups on hollow body frogs, especially the larger ones, and your hooked or blow-up to catch ratio being maybe 10-20%? Well, I have a way and a formula to turn that around to 80-90, sometimes on a good day 100% blow-up to catch rate. There are a couple, cons, and there are a lot of pros to it. The one con to it is your hollow body frog you can fish. I have a Copper's live target. My favorite frog of all time to fish would be the Dragon Baits Bruiser frog. But this is the Copper's live target. It's a decent frog. They're little, not as durable as I was praying they would, but I have a couple of them. These are the biggest ones they make. These are the 65T. And, any of you guys have fished them, unless you're catching every blow-up to be a 5-pounder plus, 4 or 5-pounder, you don't get as many, those slot 2 tournament fish. Now, I've figured out a way to make this bait almost every catch. This including the Spro Bronzeye frogs, the King Daddies, and even some of the junior frogs, if you're fishing clear open water with the junior frogs. But even in cover, you can make this bait work the way that I rig it. Even in pads, might have a couple of little snags, but that's how it's going to come around. First thing you're going to need, a pair of needle nose pliers, a pair of good scissors with a good cut, trebles. Here is like a size 1 and a size 2 treble. Depending on your frog size, for a Spro King Daddy, I would prefer these, the 2s, no, this is a 1, this is a 2. The smaller ones are perfectly fine for the Copper 65T and everything under. You don't want to go smaller than this. Next, you're going to need a Senko. This is a Vinterbaits Wacky Stick. First, what you're going to have to do is take the Senko and go about 2 rivets and cut. Try to be pretty straight. There you're going to have this little nub of Senko. And you can use any color you want. For the live target, for the real, I don't even remember the colors, but this is more of a real green frog. You can use a green Senko. For the more black, use a black darker Senko. And for the brown, naturally I'm going to use a brown Senko. What you're going to want to do is take the back of the hollow body frog and press down. Take your treble hook, and either side, wherever you want, just work it down, get it past the skirt, get it down past I cut the skirt back on this too, so it's not as long as average. You gotta work it past that point, and then boom. Now you may think that, ooh, now it's stuck there, it's not gonna come up. You have to put the Senko. Put the little brown blob of Senko right on the hook also. Center it. Slip that on down. And this is for every hollow body frog. Then right there, you're going to have this. Sadly going to make your thing not as weedless, but when you're working this bait, this treble goes back like that. And that's leaving only like 1 treble exposed. The other 2 are in the back, and then when those little bass are finicky and they come up to hit it, they get the back stinger hook, basically. And you will catch so many bass on this. But, I suggest pushing your Senko down to about that point. And even if it free falls a little bit, that's okay. It'll sit in the water like that. One comes up, just a swipe at the bottom, boom, you got him. Then when you're working it, it goes up back like this, comes back to swipe the back, boom, you got him. Plus, they don't have to go as far up and squish to get the hook. Now, last thing I'm going to recommend, you're going to take your well-cut scissors. And also, you're supposed to put the hook on with pliers. It makes it easier and safer. You're not going to slice your finger on this, nor on that, because it's a little tough to get past this little point right here. And I just trim the sides of the Senko a little bit, just make it a little less mass. Careful not to cut your hollow body frog, because that would be a waste of $10. And just kind of spin the Senko. Spin it around. There you go, you got a little, you really make that Senko low mass, and then there you go. You will catch, I promise you, you will catch probably double the hooks. You'll catch more, double, triple the fish that you'll normally catch on a hollow body frog. I can promise you that. It's just insane. It just makes them a little less weedless. They're not, I mean, I wouldn't put this on and fish a mat. If you fish pads, throwing up in trees a little bit, around logs, you're going to be okay. You can get away with it. Now, throwing it in, like, sparse vegetation and right where weeds are floating up on top, and then, like, hydrilla, don't do that, because you're going to snag up a little bit. But anything else, and especially open water, you're working a frog deep, like a 10-foot ledge with especially, like, a black frog, which Coppers has a new black frog color, too, and Bruiser Baits has an amazing black frog with the yellow here. And it tends to be pretty killer when those bass come up and whoosh. Hope you guys learned something from the segment. I hope it helps you out in your frog season, and I hope you try this. Give it a try, you know. You might be very surprised, and you might do a lot better than you expect. But thank you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. See ya.